Hold tight, history buffs and mystery fanatics. Ever stared at a book and wondered if it held the secrets of the universe, only to find its pages were an indecipherable enigma? Today, we're diving headfirst into one of the most baffling historical puzzles of all time. The Voynich Manuscript, the book no one, and I mean no one, can read. Get ready for twists, turns, and theories that will leave your mind spinning faster than a medieval printing press. If you're as obsessed with the unknown as we are, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and join our quest to unravel the past, one mind-bending mystery at a time. Let's decode this. The year is 1912. Europe teetered on the brink of a war that would reshape the world. Yet in a small, dusty library in Frascati, Italy, an entirely different kind of mystery was about to unfold. Wilfrid Voynich, a Polish-Lithuanian antique book dealer with a nose for the unusual, sifted through a collection of ancient tomes belonging to the Jesuit order. His keen eyes, accustomed to deciphering faded scripts and judging the age of brittle parchment, landed upon a curious volume. It was unlike anything he had ever seen. Its pages, though clearly ancient, were filled with vibrant illustrations of plants that defied known botany, astronomical charts that mapped no familiar constellations, and naked women bathing in intricate, interconnected pools. But it was the script that truly arrested him. Elegant and flowing, yet utterly alien, it bore no resemblance to Latin, Greek, Hebrew, or any other language known to scholarship. This was it, the fateful encounter that would birth the legend of the Voynich Manuscript, the book no one could read, a riddle whispered through centuries, now suddenly thrown back into the harsh light of a new century. Voynich, a man of considerable intellect and experience, immediately recognized the profound significance of his discovery. He purchased the manuscript, a decision that would forever link his name to its enigmatic legacy. He brought it to America, showcasing it to scholars and cryptographers, hoping one of the brilliant minds of the era could crack its code. Yet, one after another, they were met with failure. Renowned linguists furrowed their brows over its characters. Cryptanalysis pioneers, fresh from breaking wartime codes, found their formidable skills rendered useless. The script wasn't just unknown. It seemed to defy every known principle of language and cryptography. Was it a cipher? A hoax? The desperate plea of a lost civilization? Each failed attempt only deepened the mystery, turning the manuscript from a mere historical curiosity into a tantalizing, infuriating puzzle that mocked human ingenuity. As the decades marched on, the Voynich Manuscript continued its silent defiance. After Voynich's death, the manuscript passed through various hands, eventually finding its way to Yale University's Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library in 1969, where it has resided ever since, its secrets locked away within its peculiar pages. Its fame grew not just within academic circles, but in the broader public imagination. Here was a true enigma, a tangible piece of history that refused to yield its meaning. The illustrations, meticulously rendered in inks that still held their color, captivated observers. The botanical section depicted fantastical flora, some with roots resembling tentacles, others with blossoms that spiraled into impossible geometries. The astronomical section showed celestial bodies that didn't align with any known stellar patterns, hinting at an unknown cosmology. And then there were the biological sections, intricate diagrams of intertwined tubes, seemingly depicting internal organs, alongside the aforementioned naked women, some crowned, others engaging in rituals unknown to history. These bizarre images only amplified the manuscript's allure, suggesting a world or a system of knowledge utterly alien to our own. Then came the cryptographers. The 20th century was the golden age of code breaking, with brilliant minds like William F. Friedman, a pioneer of American cryptology who had broken Japanese codes during World War II, dedicating years to the Voynich. Friedman and his team, utilizing every statistical and linguistic tool at their disposal, meticulously analyzed the frequency of characters, the length of words, and the patterns of repetition. Their findings were perplexing. The manuscript exhibited properties consistent with a natural language. Word lengths followed a typical distribution, and some words appeared to have suffixes and prefixes. Yet, it lacked the hallmarks of a simple substitution cipher. Nor did it seem to be a straightforward transposition cipher. It was too complex, too consistent in its inconsistency. Friedman, after decades of work, famously declared that the Voynich Manuscript was the most mysterious manuscript in the world, essentially conceding defeat. This admission from such a titan of cryptography only cemented the manuscript's impenetrable reputation. But where one mind saw an impossible wall, another saw an irresistible challenge. The digital age brought new tools to bear. Computer algorithms, capable of analyzing vast data sets and identifying subtle patterns invisible to the human eye, were unleashed upon the Voynich. Researchers began to apply statistical linguistics, information theory, and even artificial intelligence. And here is where the plot twists began to thicken. Some analyses suggested the manuscript might be a form of steganography, a message hidden within another, seemingly innocuous message. Others proposed it was a polyalphabetic cipher, with the key constantly shifting. One intriguing theory, championed by the brilliant linguist Gordon Rugg in the early 2000s, posited that the Voynich was not a language at all, but rather an elaborate hoax created using a mechanical device known as a cardan grill. Rugg demonstrated how such a device could produce text with linguistic-like characteristics, yet without any underlying meaning. His demonstration was compelling, leading many to believe the mystery was finally solved, the grand enigma reduced to a clever trick. The daze, the awe, the realization that centuries of scholarly pursuit might have been for naught. It was a truly humbling moment. Yet, just when the world was settling into the idea of a brilliant medieval prank, new evidence emerged, shattering the hoax theory's neat conclusion. Further statistical analysis, more sophisticated than Rugg's, revealed patterns in the Voynich text that were too complex for a simple cardan grill. The distribution of word, lengths, and character frequencies, while unusual, consistently deviated from purely random generation. More critically, the text exhibited characteristics consistent with Zipf's law and Heap's law, statistical regularities observed in all natural languages, from English to ancient Sumerian. These laws describe the relationship between word frequency and the number of unique words in a text phenomena that would be incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to fake consistently over hundreds of pages with a simple mechanical device. The very linguistic-like qualities that Rugg highlighted as evidence of a hoax were now being reinterpreted as subtle clues to a hidden organic structure. The dazed feeling returned, but this time, it was laced with renewed hope. Then came the radical theories. What if the Voynich was written in an entirely unknown natural language, one that died out without leaving any other written traces? Or perhaps it was a constructed language, an early attempt at an artificial tongue? Some even speculated it was the work of an alien intelligence, a cryptic message dropped from the stars. While these theories ventured into the fantastical, they highlighted the sheer desperation to find an answer. The emotional resonance of the manuscript grew. It became a symbol of humanity's insatiable drive to understand, to decipher the unknown. But perhaps the most compelling twist arrived with the application of carbon dating. In 2009, researchers at the University of Arizona used radiocarbon dating on samples of the manuscript's parchment. The results were astounding. The parchment dated back to the early 15th century, specifically between 1404 and 1438. This definitively placed the manuscript in the European Renaissance, debunking theories that it was a modern forgery or a product of an earlier era. This dating provided a crucial anchor in time, allowing scholars to focus their efforts on the intellectual and cultural landscape of that specific period. It wasn't a modern hoax, it was truly medieval. This was a moment of profound revelation, a powerful twist that validated centuries of fascination. Yet, even with this crucial timeline, the script remained stubbornly unyielding. The latest and perhaps most intriguing theories delve into the possibility of multiple layers of encryption, or even a hidden key embedded within the illustrations themselves. Some researchers are now employing techniques from artificial intelligence, feeding the manuscript into neural networks designed to identify patterns in complex data, hoping that these powerful algorithms can uncover what human minds have failed to see. Imagine the awe if an AI, unburdened by human biases and assumptions, suddenly spits out a coherent translation, revealing the secrets of this 500-year-old riddle. The Voynich Manuscript, this silent sentinel of the past, continues to challenge, to tantalize, and to inspire. Its poetic language, even though unreadable, is palpable in the flowing elegance of its script and the dreamlike quality of its illustrations. The masterful pacing of its slow reveal, from its initial discovery to the endless cycle of proposed solutions and subsequent debunkings, has kept generations hooked. It is a testament to the enduring power of mystery, a tangible symbol of the vast unknown that still exists within the annals of history. Will its secrets ever be unlocked? Will we one day read the thoughts of its enigmatic creator, perhaps a forgotten alchemist, a renegade scientist, or even a visionary prophet? Or will it remain, forever, the book no one can read, a beautiful, frustrating, and utterly captivating testament to the limits of our understanding, leaving us forever dazed, wowed, and thinking about the extraordinary stories hidden just beyond the veil of our comprehension? The Voynich Manuscript, the ultimate historical cliffhanger, continues its quiet vigil, waiting for the day its voice is finally heard.